Did you know there's a place in India called It's here that in the year 1751 a baby boy was born. His father was the ruler of Mysore, and from the time he was 2, he would accompany his dad on his military campaigns. Tipu Sultan, as he would come to be known, was trained in warfare and science from a very young age. In fact, by the age of 13 he was already a master of several weapons and was also fluent in several languages. Now, you might be wondering, who exactly is Tipu Sultan, and why are we telling you his story today? Well, the reason is simple. Today we're going to tell you the story of the Tiger of Mysore. So coming back to our story, after receiving military training from his father, Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan became the ruler of Mysore in the year 1766 at the tender age of 15. Now, despite being young, Tipu proved to be a capable leader. He modernized the military and made significant improvements to the kingdom's infrastructure. But perhaps his greatest claim to fame was his military prowess. Tipu Sultan was the first in the world to use iron rockets in warfare. These rockets were a significant improvement over the standard rockets of the time, which were made out of bamboo. They were more powerful and could travel much farther, which made them ideal for use in battle. In fact, it is said that Tipu Sultan's rockets were so advanced that the British were not able to decipher their trajectory until they were within range. This gave Tipu's army a significant advantage in battle and helped him to win many victories against the British. But why exactly were they fighting? Well, the reason is simple. Tipu Sultan formed an alliance with the French against the British. This alliance was formed in the year 1778 and it was cemented with a treaty in the year 1781. Under the terms of the treaty, the French were obligated to help Mysore in case of a war with the British. And when the Anglo-Mysore War broke out in the year 1790, the French were supposed to come to Mysore's aid. But the French had other plans. They never came to help, which meant that Tipu Sultan had to fight the British all by himself. And fight he did. He fought for Anglo-Mysore wars. The first in the years 1790 to 92, the second in 1796, the third in 1799, and finally the fourth in 1800. Now, despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Tipu Sultan and his army gave the British a run for their money. In fact, it was only in the Fourth War that the British were able to defeat Mysore decisively. By this time, Tipu Sultan had become a legend. He was known for his bravery, his military skills, and his ability to lead his people against the mighty British. But unfortunately, his story has a tragic ending. In the year 1799, the British attacked Srirangapatna fort, which was the capital of Mysore. Tipu Sultan and his army defended the fort bravely, but they were eventually over. On May 1799, Tipu Sultan was killed in the battle. He was shot while trying to escape through a secret tunnel. It is said that he was wearing a tiger skin coat at the time of his death, which is why he is now known as the Tiger of Mysore. Before his death, he told the British commander Cornwallis, "It is better to live like a tiger for one day than a sheep for 1,000 years." And those words have become a famous quote in India. So that was the story of Tipu Sultan, a warrior who fought against the mighty British and never gave up, even in the face of death. He may have been just 48 years old when he died, but his legacy lives on in India. He is remembered as a symbol of resistance and courage, and his story continues to inspire people all over the world. Now we'd like to ask you a question. What do you think of Tipu Sultan's quote, "It is better to live like a tiger for one day than a sheep for 1,000 years"? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more such amazing stories.